Hi there. I am so happy that I am able to record the other way. I had to get a couple of other devices, which made me very upset. But yeah, something is going on. I'm learning. Like every time I sell one of my devices or I give them to somebody, because I really don't try to sell them outwardly, they begin to work, y'all. So I know some stuff is at bay, but I'm not even gonna trip about it. It's not gonna hold me back from recording. It's just not gonna stop me, okay? So this is what brings me to my next point today. Um, you have to keep going. Like the enemy will bring people into your life for no apparent reason. Well, not for no apparent reason. When everything seems so calm, you always see you see a lot of distractions. Sometimes we take notice of the distractions when things are about to get great, 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 great. But the enemy learns patterns, and sometimes he will send people into your life just before you start elevating to pull you down. And you'll start noticing if you take some time to reflect and you will retract from certain people. But you know that once you get rid of, or get some distance with one, the enemy is going to try to attack with another thing. And I had to learn I cannot retreat. I cannot retreat every time somebody said some crazy stuff to me, man. Prime example. This morning, I was getting ready for work. So, I have this coworker who, he's just different. Let's just say that. I have a coworker that is different. But he doesn't work the same shifts, as me, or I don't see him a lot of time. But when I do, it's very impacting, and I try to make sure that everything is okay and on a up and up as far as the communication, because there is a culture difference, but not too much, okay? Not too much. But I noticed that once I started, he wanted to know everything about me. Like when I say everything, and wanted to give little to no details about his life, all this kind of stuff. Like, and this guy has a whole family, a whole marriage thing. And like I said, I don't really try to talk to him about anything, that we shouldn't be talking about. But he's a very, very, very much prying person, and he tries to cover. Oh, excuse me. Tries to cover it up in the disguise of religion, or a disguise of actually caring, you know. So me, having that discernment, having that notion, as to what is going on and things like that, I literally diverted, the question diverted him to other regions, because you have to be careful with people like that, because they come to kill, steal, and destroy. I talked about that earlier with another person that I came in contact with. And some people are not happy. One of the things that I saw, even with him, that he was not happy, even though he got elevated and went to another position, went to another job. He was not happy with where he was at. He was not happy with where I was going. He just was not happy. So I didn't, press it. I didn't do anything like that, because it was just like, oh, why should it? And I'm not gonna put any energy onto that. I'm gonna try to store my energy up, because I felt like I was being. Some people will know, like, your energy is draining, or going down, and they're sucking it up. So you have to be very careful as far as blocking it off, as far as cutting it off, as far as, just not letting people get into your space. So how I diverted those questions, like what he would say, he would ask me, well, where's your house located? I would say, why? He would get really upset because he's being prying, and he's, trying to use his force to try to find out information about me. But I don't care. I don't care. That gets him to stop to think, why do you have that notion? Why do you think that you have that comfortability to ask me, where do I live? Where do you live? If you can't tell me where you live, then you don't need to know where I live, So I was dealing with those issues, which honestly, now that I think about it, that's even on a unpersonal, um, an unpersonal, unprofessional, view, although I did, because I'm that kind of goofy person, I gave him the wrong address because I'm just that petty, but I probably shouldn't have done that. Because, you never know what goes on in people's heads who you work with, but I just thought that was very interesting. So during that, I was like, God, why am I going through this? Why are these people, like, it just seems like he just wanted to test me like he was some kind of God, or he was my instructor, and we're making the same pay rate. Like, there's so many people who are like that, and I was just like, God, why do I have to keep going around these, like, honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Why am I going around these idiots? Because these are plain idiots. Because instead of you working on getting yourself better, that's why you're in the position that you're in. You're so focused on worrying about what I do with my time and with my life. So, with that, I was like, you know what? Like, God, how do I go through this? But then God just really, like, downloaded. He didn't speak. He just, like, a download. And it's like, you know what? It's never going to change. People are always going to be like that because they have nothing to do. People who don't want to work on themselves, people who think of you as less than, they're going to always be there. It's never going to change. It's never going to change as long as you are in this realm. Doesn't matter how hard. People don't see how hard you work behind the scenes. People do not see all the struggles that you go through. They see that you are striving and you have excellence, and they want a piece of it. And they're not willing to do the work or ask you how to do the work. They want to be by you just to try to snatch you, not to do the work, but just to snatch your connections, to snatch what they think that they can get in order to climb up, okay? And there are people who are like that. But you can't get upset. What you have to do is keep shining and keep being you. Keep doing the things that you are supposed to do, okay? And the rest will follow. God says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And all these other things shall be added unto you. Everything else will come afterwards. So that's when I started noticing, don't share my light with with everybody who's not willing to receive it. But don't hide myself to the point where I'm non-existent, because some people, they get glory out of you being non-existent because they know that when you shine your light bright, everybody can see it, okay? When you shine your light bright, every single person can see it. So don't let them get that glory. Shine bright, be you, and go hard after the things that you're going for. Some of these people, they're latching onto you, like I said, because they want your glory. I just had another person who was, I knew them pageant-wise, man, and I thought that it was just like, okay, we made such a connection. When everything got done and I won, because it was expected that I would not win. But when I did, that's when people started showing their true colors, And then when I kept going and everything was still going smooth and fine, I noticed that the treatment, now they couldn't knock me down. They had everybody to go against, well, not everybody. They had a lot of people to try to turn and go against me because, birds of a feather flock together. If they feel like, they're going to cluster and try to knock you out. They'll do it so subliminally. Like, if you ever been in pageantry, if you ever been in anything, competition, music industry, stuff like that, this is how people do. Even not even that, even in jobs, okay? You get the promotion, they think that they're gonna all cluster. They don't even like each other, but they're gonna all come together to go against you because you're the it. Okay? So yeah. I was just seeing it. I was noticing that, and I was just like, okay, and this is what this person did, and when that didn't work, they followed everything that I did, was following every single footstep. I'm telling y'all, when I say almost every single footstep, every single stinking footstep. And it's like, sometimes that even gets annoying because it's like, you're not even being your true self. You're so busy trying to be like somebody else, which I've done that before, and it comes with growth and sometimes with age, but not always with age. It just comes with spiritual growth, being the best you and not trying to be anybody else. But there are people that don't get that, and they're doing it, and they're cool with it. And I've learned, that I can't, even though it frustrates me, especially when you're around people who say, oh, something is not right and it's not good, but then you see them doing the same thing that they're saying that it's not right and not good. When all in reality, they really admired you, but they act like they hate you. That is a little love-hate relationship. So low level. But that's the stuff that I had to deal with. But I'm learning that I can't stop. I cannot stop because of someone else's determination or viewpoint of me or how they feel. Even though some of those things hurt, because it's like, you're human. You don't want that to happen to you, but you can't change it. It comes with the territory. So keep going. Keep shining your light. Don't let anybody dim your light. And I think that's it. I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem.